Hey, what's up? I'm Dilio, and I wanted to take some time to talk about this award I just got. This award is for the Music Mindset for Veterans for June 26th of 2022. And I wanted to give a special thank you to the nonprofit organization called Alchemy Sky. A little bit of background on that, and I just want to talk to my viewers about this because I just want to just express a little bit of gratitude and, talk about an award that I received. Um, I think that for a long time, I've been doing music and helping a lot of people along the way. And I do have one plaque. I do have one plaque up there that was awarded for the Windchill album, and that was sort of like a vision board thing, right? That was sort of like a vision board thing. But this is something that was awarded to me by the veterans, and as you can see, it's a microphone right there. Isn't that cool? And it's just really special to me. And I'll just give you a little bit of a background because I'm thinking about a million things at the same time. So I was hired on, or I was kind of like tapped, or what do you ever say, selected or opted to become a music producer and coach for this nonprofit organization called Alchemy Sky. Now, Alchemy Sky is a nonprofit organization that provides experiences for our veterans here in the United States. And one of the things that they provide is music therapy. A lot of veterans, as I've learned and gotten to know the veterans and their stories, is that a lot of veterans deal with, a lot of PTSD, or a lot of lasting results from being in service, or effects from being in service. And sometimes veterans need an outlet. And one of the things that were kind of figured out was, let's do music therapy, which provides veterans an outlet to create their own songs, to share their own stories through music. And I was brought in as one of the coaches. And with my team, what we did was we came up with songs together. And my group particularly wanted to do songs that are a little bit more up tempo and and more fun, because a lot of times, from what I understood, like the veterans there do some great songs, but a lot of times the songs are about more reality driven. And what this group wanted to do, and I was totally with it, was to do something a little bit more lighter, and more fun. And that's what we did. And we had a good time with that, and just being able to coach and encourage the artists as they create, and they inspired me. And it was really cool because here I am bringing the NPC into the area where we're collaborating, and I'm making the beat on the spot. We're collaborating on Zoom. And, this kind of started post-pandemic, at a time where it was like not as comfortable to get out of the house. We're still all maxed up, and it's going. But that process, I got to know some really great people, just like you and me. And ain't like veterans are like wielders and nothing like that. That's not what I'm trying to come out fast. But it just shows you that people are just human, just like you and me, and they need outlets, and to be able to be a conduit to help people express themselves and create music and have fun and do something. It was really cool, and I definitely enjoyed being a part of that. And I just want to thank them publicly on my YouTube channel, because it was a good experience for me. And the fact, and like I wasn't expecting this at all, but it's an award, And I know a lot of creators watch me, and a lot of people like to say that, and you hear that, and I haven't really talked about that a lot on this channel. And I know I'm talking about me, and I know that the majority of people are interested in things that can help on them, but I'm going to talk about me in this video. I don't really get awards, as an adult, especially what I do in my music. I don't really get awarded much. I do get to thank you, and that's great. And if I help somebody, thank you so much for that. But to get something that say, hey, I can set this up here, and let that be a talking piece for something, being a music producer or a creative person, life life is not the same linear path for everybody. So you'll spend a lot of time noticing other producers, other creatives sort of reaching certain life milestones before you or after you. And sometimes it can be discouraging, because you're like, okay, well, when am I going to get mine? When am I going to come up or something like that. Have you ever been through anything like that? So sometimes it can wear you out because you're grinding, you're figuring out your place, you're networking with people, but sometimes the people you're networking with isn't the right fit, and so you have to try to regroup and go from something else. But I want to tell you that sometimes you get a little groove, a little something that says thank you, and this is really cool, and I just want to share this experience with those that there's a verse that talks about your gift will make room for you. And even to this day, sometimes I'm like, okay, that's cool, but when will my gift make room? Sometimes our gifts can make room for us and we not even know it's happening. Sometimes, and here's the thing, I do believe that verse that your gifts will make room for you, but what no one really talks about is people don't say when, right? Because it feels good. You get excited. Yes, my gift will make room for me, but sometimes you don't get to know when, and sometimes you can go for a long time without receiving anything or being acknowledged or any life change or some career or some blow up happen or anything like that. You're going to spend a lot of time not getting any of that. I've done sound, and y'all know my story about doing sound at houses of worship, and I've worked extremely hard in those environments and dealt with a lot of stress and a lot of stuff, only really to not really be acknowledged and sort of, and it's like you don't really look for it, but when you're in an environment where the people who you are really working hard to serve and you're working for are acknowledging everybody else and people who they hire, and they're just acknowledging everybody else, and you're just seeing everybody else getting their kudos and getting their flowers, and you're like, well, dang, is what I'm doing bringing value? And then now you have to be strong and appreciate everything you do yourself and see it. And I get that, and that's good. That's good mental therapy. That's a good way to think things. But sometimes, if sometimes you just look at everybody else get their flowers and you're still watching and you wonder, okay, what I'm doing. But what the point is, I'm saying that sometimes it does happen, but you don't get to know when. And there's still some rooms and some great men I'm trying to be around. That I'm still working on. I've been working on this for a long time, and you may get there before me. You may not. I don't know. But I just want to say thank you to the Alchemy Sky Foundation for providing the opportunity for me to be around some great people and to allow my gift to make room for me in that aspect and to provide music therapy. Music is therapy. And sometimes I think it's easy to forget that music can be therapy. Sometimes, we talk about counseling. You see BetterHelp ads all over YouTube and Facebook. But what we don't really say a lot anymore is that music can be therapy. Maybe it's just so obvious, but maybe sometimes you need a reminder that music is therapy. And as it was therapy for them, it turned to be therapy for me as well. And I'm glad that I'm able to provide some sort of relief or outlet or to aid in the outlet for those people as they help create an outlet for me. And so that's my thank you to Alchemy Sky. I just want to share that experience and just say something. And I'm looking forward to see what happens next. And we'll go from there. All right, I'm Delio. You're watching the Delio TGK YouTube channel.